In this video, we'll be going from a graph to a table. We have many different ways of representing a linear pattern. We have the equation form, the table form, the graph form, and the context form. But in this video, we'll be going from the graph to the table. So here we have our first example problem, and I want to go from this graph to writing a table. And to do that, I'm going to look for each x value on my graph and find its matching y value. So the first value in my table is when x equals 0. So I want to find the x value on the x-axis. So I know that when x equals 0 is going to be right here. In order to find the matching y value, I'm going to draw a line going straight up until I reach the line. And I can see that the matching y value is going to be when y equals 1. So I know that I have the point 0, 1. Let's take a look at our next point. Here I have x equals 1. So looking on the x-axis, here's 1. And so drawing a line straight up, I see that the matching y value is going to be 3. So I know I have the point 1, 3 on my graph. Our next x value is going to be 2. So I'm going to find 2 on my x value. And so going all the way up, I can see that my matching y value is going to be 5. So I have the point 2, 5. And then finally, when x equals 3, here is 3 on my x-axis. Going all the way up to my line, I see that the matching y value is going to be 7. So I know I have the point 3, 7 on my graph. Let's take a look at our next example. Here I have this graph, and I want to figure out what the table is going to be. So starting off with x equals 2, I'm going to locate 2 on my x-axis, which is right here. And going all the way up to my line, I see that the matching y value is going to be 1. So I have the point 2, 1. Okay. Now starting off with x equals 4. Going all the way up, I see that the matching y value is going to be 6. So I have the point 4, 6. Now let's find x equals 6. So here's 6 on the x-axis. Going all the way up to my line and moving to the left, I see that my matching y value is going to be 11. So I have the point 6, 11. And finally for our last point, when x equals 8, here's 8 on my x-axis, going all the way up till I reach the line. And looking to the left, I see that my matching y value is going to be 16. So I have the point 8, 16. All right, here's our third example. I'm starting off with x equals 0. So here is 0 on my x-axis. And by going all the way up, I see that the matching y value is going to be 2. So 0, 2. Here, I'm not given an x value. I'm starting off with a y value. So here I'm starting off with y equals 5, and I want to find the matching x value. So here is 5 on the y-axis, moving all the way right, and then going down, I know that the matching x value is going to be also 5. Okay. Here I'm given x equals 10. So here's 10 on the x-axis. And so scrolling all the way up, and then to the side, I see that the matching y value is going to be 8. So I have the point 10, 8. And finally here, I have y equals to 11. So looking on the y-axis, starting at 11, scrolling all the way to the right till I reach the line, and going down, I see that my matching x value this time is going to be 15. So I have the point 15, 11. Here's our last example. So instead of looking at just the first quadrant, this graph is going to encompass the whole graph. And I want to start off by finding when x equals 0. So here is my x equals 0. And scrolling all the way up till I reach the line, I see that the matching y value is going to be 6. So I have 0, 6. Right. Now starting off when x equals 1, here's 1 on the x-axis. And scrolling all the way up, I see that my matching y value is going to be 3. So I have the point 1, 3. For an x equals 2, here's x equals 2. And I see that the matching y value is just going to be 0. So at the point 2, 0. And then finally, when x equals 3, here is 3 on the x-axis. And this time, in order to reach the line, I need to move down. And I see that the matching y value is going to be -3. So at the point 3, -3. So when I'm going from the graph to the table, what I need to do is I need to find where the x and the y values are going to intersect. What x value is going to match up with what y value?